What's up, guys? Back with another podcast episode. In this episode, I really want to speak to those individuals who feel like they've been put down. I want to speak to those who are really trying their best and they're grinding every single day, trying to inspire people, trying to be themselves, trying to really find a place in this world. And when you're doing that, you're going to have a lot of people who are going to try to put you down. You're going to have a lot of people that are going to try to discourage you. And I know that because I've dealt with it in my own life. I've had countless people tell me that you're not doing things the right way. You're not being a man of God. You need to do this. You need to do that. There's so many people in this world that are going to tell you 50 billion things that you should be doing. And my advice to you guys is to be yourself. Point blank, period. There's so many voices in this world. There's so many people who are going to try to put their insecurities on you. They're going to try to derail you from your focus, from your vision, from your mission. And it's so important to just stay true to you. Like I mentioned, I've had a lot of people try to put me down. I've had the closest people to me say things to me that really cut deep. It really is the people that are closest to you that will say things to you that really will break your heart, that really will crush you. And I've been crushed time and time again in my life, whether it was from church, whether it was from friends, whether it was from family, so many people. But through that discouragement, through being crushed, through really being broken, I learned a lot of lessons. And one of the most powerful lessons I learned through that was that you can never let what somebody says put you down. You gotta let it fuel you. You gotta let it build a fire inside of you. And I give a lot of credit to people who have said a lot of things to me. Because when people say things to you, you're either going to break or you're either going to rise. When I mean rise, you're going to truly rise to the occasion. It's so easy to listen to other people. It's so easy to be broken by what they have to say. It's so easy to quit and give up. But you really find out who you really are when you're dealing with criticism. When you're dealing with doubts, when you're dealing with a multitude of people telling you that you're not living your life the right way. And my encouragement for you guys is to know that you can get through that. You can rise above that. Because you see, when you're yourself, when you stay focused on your mission, when you keep pushing forward, eventually people are going to notice that there's something special about you. Eventually people are going to notice that they may be wrong about you. The best way to prove people wrong is just to keep going, keep moving forward, keep doing what you're doing. Like they say, the best revenge is success. But in my opinion, the best revenge is just being you. Because eventually we find out who's right and who's wrong. It's interesting to me to know that as I'm making videos, as I'm trying to inspire people, as I'm trying to just follow the calling that God has given me, that I've noticed that a lot of people who didn't have much respect for me actually do have some admiration for me. And I don't mean that in a way that I want to be arrogant about it or put that in their face. It's just to show that when you don't let people bring you down, when you show them that you can say whatever you want to me, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep following the path that God has for me. I'm going to keep doing what's in my heart. People can't help but get out of your way. People can't help but say, wow, this person has gone through so much adversity and they're still going. Meanwhile, they have their own doubts. Meanwhile, they have their own insecurities they're still battling. And they try to put that on you. So this episode is not to throw any shade at anybody. This episode is just to say that if you're down in the dumps, if you're really discouraged, if you're really feeling broken, if you're crying on your knees, if you're depressed, if you're sad, if your mom or your dad is not supporting you, if your family is talking about you behind your back saying, what kind of career is this? Or what are you doing with this major? My advice to you is to keep going, to not give up. Because you see, when you stay true to who you are, life is going to open so many possibilities to you. When you stay true to who you are, you're going to find people that are really going to encourage you. And that's something that really helped me. Is that when I essentially got rid of the people who were putting me down or walked away from them, God put better people in my life. God put better people in my path. Sometimes the hardest thing in your life is to get rid of the people who have been around you the longest. Sometimes the hardest thing is to let go of people who are going to say you can be nothing without me. And I think God puts those tests in our lives. I think he puts us through those battles to show us that at the end of the day, all we really need is him. And all we really need is the people that he's going to put around us that are going to get us to that next level. So don't let anybody stick a finger in your face and tell you you need to change your life or you need to change your path. God is working with us in our process. God is working with us where we are right now. Sometimes we're in seasons in our lives where God really wants to show us who we really are. Where he really wants to show us who we don't need in our lives. Where he really wants to show us that we have to get comfortable being with ourselves and stop relying on other people. Because I know for me personally, I had to let go of a lot of childhood friends. I had to leave the church that I was at. I had to stop being around certain people who were not on the same path that I was on. And when you get to that place, when you're alone and it's just you and it's your thoughts, sure you have family around you, sure you have friends around you. But when you get to that place where you really have to dig deep and you have to get away from everything you've always relied on, when you really have to get deep and really listen to what your heart is saying, to what your spirit is saying, when you get to that place, that's when you're able to discover the vision that God has for you. That's when you're able to discover why you're here on this earth. That's how you're able to discover your purpose. Because you see, so many of us, we're swayed by others' opinions. So many of us, we're looking at everyone else around us, and we're not even looking at ourselves. We're so trapped by so much noise in this world that we get distracted, and we forget to look inside. So I truly believe that if you're going through a tough time in your life right now, I truly believe that if you have friends around you that you don't even know are really your friends, or if you have some certain family members who are trying to put you down, I truly believe that this is your time to get in the zone. This is your time to get inside your own head. This is your time to spend time with yourself. Because the only way you're truly going to find out the path that you're supposed to be on is if you get quiet. The only way you're going to find out where you're supposed to go is if you walk that path alone, if you walk that path by yourself. And to know that you're never really alone because you always have God with you. But I guess what I'm really trying to say with all of this is that for me personally, when I stopped questioning myself, when I stopped wondering if I was doing things the right way, when I stopped feeling like I needed to be on a certain path, when I stopped feeling like I needed to do everything that everybody else was putting on me, When I got out of that thinking, when I got out of that mindset, when I got out of that craziness, I was able to feel free. I was able to feel like I could make my own choices and my own decisions. And that nobody was going to put me down every single second that I made a mistake. So many times in this world, people are going to try to put things on you. They're going to try to put pressure on you. They're going to try to dictate your life. And forget that they don't even look at their own lives. And when you do find your vision, when you do find your path, when you do discover what you love, what you're passionate about, what drives you, when you find that mission, that purpose, like I said, people are going to notice that. People are going to see that fire inside of you. And that fire can only come from that lonely place, that lonely, sad, depressed place. Because when you're by yourself, when you're on your knees, when you're staring at your four walls, you remember that there's only one person you can look to. There's only one person that can give you hope. There's only one person that can give you a vision. There's only one person that will say, it's okay, I'm with you all the way. And that's God. And when you rely on Him and you stop relying on people, when you stop looking for validation from other people, when you stop seeking admiration, that's when you find you. And that's when you gain respect. And that's when you're able to help other people who are in that position, who feel like they need to people please. So my encouragement for you is, if you're in that dark place, to know that there is hope, to know that God is using this time to mold you into something great, to mold you into something that is going to be a spiritual force that's going to help other people. He's going to mold you into a light amidst all that darkness. So have faith and stay encouraged. And know that one day, the same people who try to put you down, that one day, those same people who tried to discourage you, that one day, that those same people who try to say that you needed to do it this way, or you're not this person that you portray yourself to be, one day they're going to look at you and say, wow, you were right. Wow, you figured it out. Wow, God really did work through you. We were wrong. And they may never admit they're wrong. They may never give you that satisfaction. But I'm here to tell you, you don't need that. All you need is that satisfaction to know that you followed God all the way, and that He had your back, and that you didn't give up. Till next time, guys, take care. God bless.